Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back yet to another episode of Get Verified. My name is Mutsinzi Emmanuel, and you know what we do? That every single Sunday at 7:30 p.m. right here on Magic TV, we bring to you Get Verified, where we share with you what is in the automotive industry right here in Uganda. Ladies and gentlemen, where every journey is an adventure, and we are privileged to be presenting to you something that is fresh here in Uganda, fresh also for the Toyota industry. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting to you the car of the day, the Toyota Hilux Travo 2025. First, take a quick look at this beauty, and we are going to dive into all the specs. We know that Toyota has had the history and the heritage of, creating reliable vehicles that are friendly to all sorts of terrains, and we are privileged to be presenting this in its depth. We want to see what are the upgrades from the previous Hilux models, what has been changed, and interestingly, look at this bold new grille. Look at the difference. This is a whole different facelift compared to the previous models. And ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look at the interior, at the exterior, and everything that makes this car as beautiful and powerful as it looks. Don't touch your dial. Now, the very first thing that you are going to notice about this all new 2025 Travo Hilux is the difference in the face. So they've given it a whole facelift, and we want to take a quick look at it. We have the beautiful honeycomb grille right here, as you can see. Also have the integrated 360 cameras that cut across the entire vehicle. It has been squeezed up a little bit compared to the grille that we have been seeing on the previous Hilux models. So this is more sleek, quite a bolder look. Depending, when you are looking at grills, it comes back to what is your preference as an individual. What stands out for you? Do you like sleek? Do you like bold? Do you like big? What makes a car stand out for you? Well, this is what Toyota thought should look like for the 2025 model. So let's have a quick look. One of the things though that I am a little inquisitive about is this plastic bit right here, which I felt should be a little bit more steel best, because this is a car that you want to give some maximum and crazy work output out there. So it helps to have a car that really feels the part as well as looks apart. So as you can see, we have daytime running LED lights that are right there, and beautiful headlights that cut across, and also a gray area right here that is just also quite aesthetic. Beautiful airflow all the way to the engine space, as we will be able to later look through. And inside this beast, of course, later on we're going to have a look at the 2.8 turbo diesel engine that produces close to 500 Newton meters of torque, as well as 201 horsepower. So let's keep taking a look at this exterior. Once again, this sleekness is cutting across the entire vehicle. As you can see, it has been raised a little bit higher for a higher ground clearance. So if you are planning to head out there in the village or the hard terrains of Uganda, this is definitely the car that you want to be looking at. So I know ministries and different spaces and offices quite like to use the Hilux, and so this is something that you want to be considering for your next procurement as you consider what to buy. Now, once again, this is an all new 2025 Hilux Travo. Let's continue taking a look Now the side hasn't really taken a big shift. In terms of appearance, we still have a little bit of what we've been seeing with the earlier models of the Hilux, but still quite bold, durable, user-friendly. It's a car that you can use for your family, for your work, etc., everywhere you want to go. Also looking at these beautiful, huge all-terrain tires that can, just name it, this car should be able to take you, because it has the power. It has been built to be reliable. It has been built to do the workload, and that's why we also have this beautiful truck bed right here that we want to take a quick look into for a second. So of course this top can be extended back, and you can have carry up to, I don't want to use cabbages like a colleague of ours likes to use, but you can carry over 700 kilograms worth of a payload right here in the back. Not forgetting, it's quite user-friendly. This is a vehicle that can be easily accessed. We also have side steps, which is a better, it's an improvement, because at the end of the day, most people who have been trying to access the back here usually have to step on the tire. Well, we have a beautiful change right here. You can have this side step and access the truck bed as and when you need to. So once again, 2.8 liter badge, diesel. Now they have made a difference that in this particular truck they are not producing as many petrol versions, but they have the diesel version. Probably it's something to do with the performance, but I like the height of this thing. I like the size of these tires and the ground clearance. You definitely also have about close to 700 millimeters worth of water that you can drive through with this bad boy. Well, that's a little bit about the exterior of the car. We want to take a look at what makes this car special on the inside. Join me and let's have a quick look on the interior. All right, first things first. It's comfortable. You're definitely not getting the feel like you would get in a ZX. But this, for a distance that you are going to be driving, most especially the workaholics, you know you like to hit the road for quite a number of miles. This, for the driver, it's quite comfortable. And I feel like they've also done a bit of an upgrade to the entire dashboard, the screen. We have a beautiful over 12-inch display right here. Now, if you look at this interior, it quite looks a lot like the new Prado. Right, the 2024 Prado, the exterior, the interior has actually been quite shared. The Alcantara, but also the bit of plastic that cuts across, and the steering is cutting across most of the new Toyota vehicles. Quite sturdy. It looks professional, classic. But also it has your accessibility to all the different controls. You have the traction control. You also have your speed governors. This is the beauty about this thing. If you are hitting the highway and you need a speed governor, definitely you want to put that into consideration. You have your volume controls, your media controls this side. You also can change the different driving modes of your vehicle. Now, once more, you can see we also have here, you can keep your shades up here, yeah, reading lights, your door lights. Nothing too fancy up here though, basically because this is a workhorse. Yeah, you want to have as much attention and focus on the road. Now down here, one thing we want to look at is we have a beautiful storage box right here with your AC adapters in there, up to 300 watts worth of charging, or a direct 20 volts charging capacity. Also, you do have extra charging options right here in the storage. More cup holders right here. This is extra storage that can be moved in and out for easy access. Now, unfortunately, we don't have a wireless charger here, but you could have just for storage purposes, basically. Automatic drive, also have your traction, your different driving modes that can be selected here, and a differential. Now they have maintained a 4-wheel drive system, which is standard for most Toyota trucks. But once again, this has been a beautiful upgrade to have this Android CarPlay, as well as the one for iPhone. What is it called? Auto CarPlay. an Android CarPlay, and what is that one for iPhone? That one. We also have the the Apple CarPlay. Yes, the Apple CarPlay once more. Now we also have two USB options. We have the Android Auto CarPlay, and we also have the Apple CarPlay. Beautiful additions, and for some specifications or a quick extra price, you could have a JBL sound system fitted in this vehicle. Now on the side here, you definitely have a storage box here, extra cup holder right there, extra storage down here. Once again, this is a brand new car. I love the smell of a new car. Yeah, different your controls here for the AC. I like how they feel, you know, the tactile. They're very, very nice to touch, but also very simple. The feeling is good, and you definitely can feel yourself driving this car on a long voyage, or I mean on a long distance drive. The seats are quite splash. They are very comfortable, they're steady, the headrest is sufficient. Once again, they want you to focus on the road. Now definitely we want to also look at what does it feel like to be seated on the passenger or the second row side. Well, second row draws a lot of attention. Why? Because for a lot of reasons nowadays, you'll find people who own these cars usually have a driver. Now you definitely want to, if you are the owner of the car, you want to have as much legroom as possible. Good thing is you have enough headroom, but the legroom is not as much as you would. Anyway, it's sufficient, but not so much to have a lot of movements behind here. But it's comfortable. It's comfortable. You can't push the seat backwards so much, but you do have your a charging unit right here, which is probably the only access that you have, or as much as you can do. Once again, this is supposed to be a workhorse. You're not using this for a lot of luxurious stuff, or you know, that feeling that you're looking for, but it does get the job done. Once again, beautiful sitting, feeling the feels are quite good. It has a leather feel with a good stitching right here. You also have this thingy that folds right here with two cup holders that is easy to access. If you push it up, you get a third seater right here. So that's pretty much what we have in the second row. Well, let's see how this car actually performs. Okay, how about a test drive, ladies and gentlemen? Getting into a new car is always fun stuff, and it's a privilege that I always get to enjoy. So I know somebody will be driving this car a few years from now, or even very soon, and guess what? I would have beat you to the car. So let's actually feel what the feeling of driving this Travo 2025 Hilux. Let's go. First impressions matter always. The moment you get this car rolling, the feeling is sweet. You just can't wait to have a full 360 feel of hitting the highway. Right now I'm not yet even hitting the gas at any point, but already having an exquisite feel of driving this beast around. So I hope you're ready, Shaba. I'm going to give this a little bit of a kicker. Let's go. Woo! The feeling is beautiful. It is a powerful vehicle, but also very easy to handle on the road. The steering is very swift. Once again, you have the 360 vision. As you can see, whenever I have a hazard that is very near to the car, I have immediately the camera is kicking, and I'm able to see and navigate even through tiny positions or places. As you can get to see, quite a very safe car as well, with multiple airbags that surround the driver, the passenger, and also the second row. Well, I wanted to definitely drive up here a little bit because I wanted to feel the smoothness of the suspension. This car actually gives you quite a good run for your money. Once again, You can see the steering is very, very sturdy. There we go. I love the feel of the raw power that this beautiful vehicle has. 201 horsepower. Woo, 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 woo! There we go. The braking power is insane, and you have the feel and the experience of driving a car that is both fast, reliable, and easy to maintain. Actually, those are some of the shocking facts that you will experience in this vehicle. Now also, it has the fuel saving capabilities. Feels like the engine has shut off as long as you are in a kind of a parked or semi-driving position. But well, that's what the money gets you. I'm also going to be sharing with you the price of this beautiful car, but for now, let me just take one more quick drive in this beautiful car. Once more, when you do take a look at the suspension system, it absorbs every piece of terrain that you offer it, and not forgetting the all-terrain tires that are definitely going to give you a smoother ride in the harshest of conditions. Let it be muddy, let it be a high gravel surrounding or environment, or a mountainous place. This car definitely, they wanted us to give us something that could cope up with the times and the seasons. So this is definitely one of those cars that you want to put into consideration while thinking of what to purchase for your next vehicle. Tight corners still get me, but this car gives you a little more sense of safety with multi-collision sensors that you would have across the entire vehicle. One more time, give it up for the Travo 2025 Toyota Hilux. There we go.
Back again is Bernard Mugera from Vinmark Autos as usual. This is a time where we talk about one of the most crucial maintenance tips, just like we know, and that's to deal with diagnosis. Most of the clients get confused when you talk about diagnostics. They think it's something simple, something usual to deal with, but based on my experience and any driver's experience, diagnostics is really crucial, and it's one of the things that should be done regularly. In that, in case of anything that may show up on your cluster, on your infotainment system, be it any electronic or rather physical problem that may show up, you really need diagnostics with you. With me is a diagnostics machine that I usually use at Vinmark Autos, and its wire is here. This connects to the machine, this connects to the car, for me to be able to communicate with all the control modules on the car, be it the engine control module, the airbag control module, the ASP control module, the sensors to deal with the coolant pressure sensor, the AC, the HVAC systems. Literally every component on this vehicle can help me know how it's functioning, what's needed. Is it software upgrade? It will tell me. We shall do the software upgrade. Be it anything that is electrical. Is there an open circuit? Is there a short circuit? Is there zero communication with any control module? It will tell me. It will give me direction on how to handle the specified, or rather the specific control module or the component on the car that is not functioning as it should. Or it may also tell me that this is wearing out, or this at this time of prior to driving, it will tell you that this should be changed, this should be worked on. More so, while repairing these vehicles, you really need to take note of what the manufacturer has said. Usually they paste them here, in the fuse box, in the glove box, more so the fuse box. That is one of the components of this vehicle that communicates with the ECU and with the components. Now, assuming this screen right here, it's in front of you, but the connections come from the computer to the fuse box, and then it's what you see here. For you to power on, it has to communicate with the battery, the computer, and the fuse box. In case the fuse is blown, I'll use my diagnostics machine to know why or where the problem has been, and then reach out to the exact point. But with the help of the machine, it will give you direction. That's actually one of the main importances of doing diagnostics. The other thing is, in case you get any warning light on the cluster, be it the check engine, top up coolant, ABS, ESP, most of the common ones on our daily vehicles that we usually drive, please go to any nearby workshop or the workshop that you maintain your car, for example Vinmark Autos. Get the car checked out, know the root of the problem, and do diagnostics regularly. It helps out. It's cheap once you know the problem earlier than it worsening. That helps you to minimize bigger expenses in the near future. That's to do with diagnostics.